Hi and welcome. This is Jared, the founder here at Lotto Edge. This week I was studying some lottery data from the National Association of State and Provincial Lotteries. The information was from the last fiscal year, 2021, because 2022 isn't available yet. And I was comparing how much winnings were actually paid to players versus the total amount collected in ticket sales. So this is actually known as the payout percentage. So the higher the percentage means the more money from ticket sales is put back in your pocket. So I thought it'd be fun to share which states had the best payout percentage and which states had the worst, so that we're on the same page here. So ticket sales includes all lottery games offered by the state. So that includes scratch-offs, draw games like Powerball, Pick 3, etc., as well as any other lottery games the state may offer. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. And looking at our top 5 states first, we're going to find that the Maine lottery comes in at number 5. And the information we're going to show you for each state is going to be the fiscal year sales for 2021, because again, 2022 data is not available yet. And in this case, the Maine lottery had 390.7 million in total lottery ticket sales. Now, the amount that was paid to winners during that fiscal year was $269 million. And that means a total payout percentage of 68.8%. To think of it another way, for every $100 collected in ticket sales, about $68.60 is paid out to players as winnings. All right, let's move on to number 4, and we have the Arkansas Lottery. With sales about $632 million, they had just over $440 million paid out to players, putting their payout percentage at 69.7%. Okay, number 3 was the Missouri Lottery with fiscal sales of $1.8 billion, and they had payouts and winnings of $1.27 billion. That put their payout percentage just under 70% and right at 69.9%. All right, moving on to number 2, we have the Florida Lottery with an astonishing $9.08 billion in ticket sales, and they paid out to winners over $6.6 billion. That put out the payout percentage of 72.8%. All right, moving to our number 1 on the list, and that is the Massachusetts Lottery. They had fiscal year sales of $5.82 billion and paid out winnings of $4.28 billion. That put the payout percentage of a best-in-class of 73.6%. So again, this is across all the lottery games offered in that state, and the payout percentages do vary by game. So whether you're playing scratch-offs, Powerball, or Pick 3, or whatever you're playing, make sure to check the individual payout percentages for your game. All right, let's move over to the 5 worst payouts in the U.S. And coming in at the 5th worst is the District of Columbia. Now, they had sales about $216.5 million and only paid out to winners about $124.1 million. That put their payout percentage at just 57.3%, about 15 percentage points worse than our number 1 on the list. Okay, let's look at the 4th worst payout, and that is the Louisiana Lottery. Again, sales about $625 million and winnings of about $354 million, putting their payout percentage at just 56.6%. All right, moving on to number 3, and that is Wyoming. This is one of the smaller state lotteries with sales of just $31.7 million and winnings of only $17.5 million. That put the payout at just 55.1%. The number 2 on our list is the New Mexico Lottery with about $155 million in annual sales. They had winnings paid out of about $84.8 million, putting that payout at just 54.7%. And the state with the worst payout percentage in the U.S. was North Dakota. Again, another small lottery with just sales of $30.4 million and only winnings of $16.3 million. That put the payout at just 53.7%. All right, well, we appreciate you tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed our video. Have a great one.